right, everyone. Check one. Let's give it up for our amazing band. Come on. Oh, y'all could do better than that. Come on, y'all. Are they playing something? All right, there we go. Let's go, y'all. So listen, I am so excited to be here. It's really great to see everyone that's here joining us in person and those that are joining from our live stream. This is an amazing, amazing time, and I'm just happy to be here, y'all. So my name is Joel Reed. I am the executive director here at SoundCheck, and today thank you, y'all. Appreciate the support. And we are celebrating our amazing 10th year anniversary. Let's give it up for 10 years at SoundCheck. Y'all, I cannot believe it, y'all. I cannot believe it. Do we have any parents in the room? Maybe a couple? Yeah? All right, y'all. That's all right. We got a young crowd. That's all good. Listen, y'all, I had my first child 5 years ago. 5 years. My oldest daughter, Aria, she's 5 years old now. And so SoundCheck started 5 years before she was actually born. Can y'all believe that? And it started with a very small dream. I mean, I was in 10th grade, y'all. I was a teenager. I didn't know anything about music. I didn't know anything about playing and instruments and all that stuff. But through a miracle, literally a God-sent miracle, y'all, somehow, some way, a guitar landed in my hands. And as a result of that incredible journey, we started SoundCheck, and we're a nonprofit organization. For those who may not know, we offer free workshops, mentorship, programming for young people ages 15 to 29. For those who are looking to improve their skills on whether it's keyboards, drums, bass, guitar, SoundCheck is an incredible community of musicians, and we have some of the amazing talent in the city in the room right now. And I'm gonna just transition over because I want to get out of the way because I know we all came to hear these amazing musicians play. But before we go any further, I just want to say this, y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for celebrating our 10th year anniversary with us, and we're looking forward to a wonderful night. So let's give it up one more time as we celebrate. Awesome. So just transitioning right over, I'm going to introduce our panel for today. We have some amazing musicians, some of the city's finest that are in the room, and they're going to come on up and get into their places. I know some folks are already in place and ready to go. But I'm actually, you know what? Why don't we do it like this? I'm going to go over to my good friend, my brother here, Brian Allen, who's here on keys. Brian, what's going on, brother? You doing all right? I think you got a mic somewhere, or do we got your mic somewhere here? All right, we'll get you, man. How you doing, Brian? Everything is all right? All right.
Can you hear me?
I think we're trying to get Brian right here. You good, Brian?
Testing 1 2. Testing.
Here, Brian. Why don't you use mine right here? How you doing, Brian?
What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all doing well. My name is Brian, keyboard mentor, instructor here.
So, Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you been here?
I've been here since the jump, so it's been 10 years. So I've been here since 10 years ago.
Probably 8 out of 10, or?
It's 8. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you came in kind of 2 years in, no?
Well, I had school for a year, but like I filled in a couple times in the beginning, so I consider it as like I was here from the jump.
True. So we have OG Brian on keys, and Brian, why don't you just play a little 1 2? Let's hear what you got here.
Okay.
Let's give it up for Brian, y'all. Brian's in the house. All right, and making our way over. So right here we have Juwayon. All right, perfect, standing up on bass here. And Juwayon, I think you got a mic right there, but let's see. Are we good? You got that right there? All right, Juwayon, talk to us, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from?
I'm Juwayon Clark. I'm a bass player, producer, engineer. What do I do with a lot of things? I'm a father. It's one of my favorite things to be, husband and father. Yeah, I played. This is probably actually I just saw on Facebook. You know, it just shows you some stuff from like the past or a post that you made like 14 years ago. I was on tour.
Wow.
So it was like I think it was like the first tour I was on was 14 years ago.
Wow.
So I've been doing this for a long
time. For a long time.
I've been doing this for a while. Yeah. So yeah, probably like I've been doing this since I was like 16. Professionally, like early 20s type of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and just yeah, happy to be here. Happy to help future musicians and current musicians and everything, and just kind of like push this thing forward.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. Y'all give it up for Joanne. And Joanne, why don't you just play a little 1-2? I know you got your bass there. Let's hear. Are you on? You got some sound here? Sir, let's give it up for Joanne in the house. Awesome, holding down the low end. We're gonna make our way over right here. We've got none other than the man himself, Jonathan Kerr, in the house. Y'all give it up for Jonathan. Here you go, Jonathan. We got you. Jonathan, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
You?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. It's good to see you, man. And you're here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long you been playing? Talk to us a little bit. What do you play?
Well, my name is Jonathan Kerr, obviously. You just said it. I play drums. I'm a father, happy father.
Awesome.
That comes first. And I've been playing drums, started in church from a baby. And then I dropped out of school at 16. And started my professional career at 16, and I've been doing it ever since.
Awesome.
You know? So
Thank you. And John, I know you probably have to make your way over to the drums to show us a little 1-2. But yeah, while you do that, let's talk to Pascal right here.
Cool.
Pascal, what's going on, brother?
Hey y'all, how you doing? My name is Pascal. I'm a lot younger than a lot of these guys, as young as they are. I'm 20.
Wait, you gotta talk.
I'm
how
sorry.
Old are you? How old are you?
Hold on. Okay, maybe I'm not that much younger, but I'm 23 years old.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm young enough. He said 14 years ago he was on tour.
Right.
14 years ago.
So you were what? Who's good at math? 23,
14
14?
years ago, I think I was.
Who's good at math here? 9?
No, I think I was 9.
9 years old. There we go. Wow.
Which is when I started playing.
Amazing.
So, yeah. But yeah, started playing guitar at 9. And never really looked back. Yeah, I don't know. My story is a very interesting one. Kind of just played anywhere I could because there are no guitar players in the city. And I'm sure you can testify to that as a guitar player.
Let's go.
There are not many of us. So I kind of just went as many places as I could, and it helped me get pretty good, fairly good, relatively fast.
Right.
So yeah, now I'm here. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, man. You sound incredible. Why don't
Thank
you
you.
let us all hear that amazing guitar that you got there? Yeah. Beautiful, man. Thank you. That's awesome. We got Pascal in the house. And now going over to Jonathan. John, are you good in there? I know you're in the booth. Why don't you play us a little intro? Let's hear you, brother. Yes, sir. Let's give it up for Jonathan. Awesome. Y'all, I'm just excited, man. We're in for such a treat. We got some amazing musicians all in the room here, even in the audience, man. I can't wait to meet everybody. This is going to be an incredible, incredible night. So what we're going to do, anyone want to hear some more music? Oh, what? No one wants it. Let's try this. Y'all know where you are, right? This is SoundCheck. Come on, y'all. Anyone here want to hear some more music? All right, let's do this. All right, so here's what we're going to do, y'all. Anybody that knows me, I like to put people on the spot. I'm just that person. I'll call on you. I don't, if I know you for 2 days, if I know you for 2 weeks, 2 years, I'm going to call on you. I'm going to put you on the spot. And we have an amazing, amazing crew of musicians here. And you know I have to put them on the spot, y'all. So here's what we're going to do, all right? Music, as we all know, is a language. Did y'all know that? Music is a language. You can look at different cultures, different ethnicities, different places and regions. And guess what's one thing that unites us? What's one thing that we have in common? Music, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful, amazing thing. And one of the things I love the most about music is how it's able to make us communicate those deep thoughts, those deep feelings, sometimes things that you can't even say with words, you can express through music. Anybody know that? And so what we're going to do, I got some, let's do it. I got some cards here in my hand, y'all. And I promise you they don't know what's going to happen here. So I'm going to put them on the spot. So we have some emotions, some feelings, all right? And what's going to happen, I'm not going to tell them, this has not been rehearsed. I'm going to go up one by one, and I'm going to give each musician that's in this room a card. And whatever that emotion or that feeling is, they're just going to play it. And I want to hear it. And you know what? We got an amazing band, a talented band right here to support. So what I want to see happen as soon as they lock in and kind of start playing that emotion, that feeling, that card that they've just been presented, the band's going to support. And we'll take it up at the end, and we'll see if the audience can get it. And I also want to hear from the band members and see if y'all know what your fellow bandmate was just playing, all right? So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to go over to the first musician. Actually, Pascal, you just happen to be the closest to me. Ha! All right. I love this. So, Pascal. Yes. Are you ready for this? Yeah. All right. Let's do it. I promise you, y'all, they don't know what's happening. I'm going to sit right here and watch. Really? Yeah, really. Let's go. Is that an emotion? It's a feeling, right? Okay. Fair enough? Yeah. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's give it up one more time, y'all, for our band. All right, y'all. This is interesting. This is interesting. So I'm going to look to my audience, and y'all can just shout it out.
Oh, I like that.
What do y'all think? What emotion was Pascal given, or it's a feeling? What thought, what feeling, what emotion do you think he was playing? Anybody in the room? Shout it out. What did y'all feel?
Talk to me, y'all.
Talk to me, y'all.
Talk.
Anxious.
Escaping. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I feel you.
Anxious.
Sneaky. Ooh. Okay.
It's a little sneaky still.
Who's that? What? Sorry, I heard one right here. Grief. Okay. Grief. Okay. We're getting somewhere.
We're getting closer.
Anxious. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I'm curious. You know what, band? Let's talk. Brian, talk to us. What did you think you were playing? What feeling? What emotion?
Ambiguity. I don't know.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity. Okay.
All right. Cool. Talk to us, Julian. What'd you think?
Once we got going, I felt a little sneaky, like it kind of like creeping around.
Okay. I feel you.
It's probably my fault though with the bass line.
For real. John, I know you're in the booth, but I think you got a mic in there. Talk to us, John.
I was saying anxious, but I think lost.
Lost. Okay, cool. All right, Pascal, I'm gonna go over. You got your mic there, bro.
Yeah.
So what was it? Talk to us.
So the feeling was actually tired.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I got that. I did get that,
You
right?
had the card,
I got
Joel.
that.
You gave him the card.
There we go. It's all good. Anyway, y'all, that's awesome. Let's give it up one more time. Well done. All right. So y'all know I gotta give something for Brian here. So Brian, I don't want Juwayon or anybody to see this. So
Oh, jeez. Okay.
yeah. All right.
No sound there.
All right, let's give it up, y'all. All right, that was good. Audience, talk to me. Goofy. Okay, goofy. Silly. All right, silly. Anybody else?
Silly beats.
If you're on YouTube right now, why don't you go on in the chat and just let us know. We'll try and get your answer as well. Let us know. I want to hear y'all. I want to know. Any other thoughts? Any other guesses? Let's talk to the band. Band, what do y'all think?
It was like playful almost.
Playful? Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Happy.
Happy?
I was
All
going
right.
to say happy as well.
Happy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Brian, tell the people, what was it? Can y'all see this?
This emotion was excited.
There we
That's an
go.
interesting
Excited. All right. Give it up, man. That was good, Brian. That was good. All right. Okay. So, Joanne, your turn.
I'm nervous.
Give him nervous.
You know what, Joanne? I got to get you. Okay. Yeah, I got you on this.
Oh.
All right. Let's try this right here.
Here we go. Oh. Okay.
Yeah?
My glasses are not that
You
good.
see what I'm saying? You see? Yeah, you see? Okay, hold on.
We got Joanne stumped here, but let's see.
I'm nervous now.
Let's see what you got, Joanne. Let's give it up one more time, y'all. That sounded really, really awesome. Incredible. So let's start with the band this time. Brian, what did you think you were playing out here?
It felt kind of optimistic to me.
Optimistic. All right. That's what's up.
I was gonna say peace.
Just
kind of feels like relaxation.
All right. Peace, relaxation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
John, you're in the booth. Talk to us, brother.
Something to do with like waiting.
Waiting. All right. Okay. Interesting. Audience, talk to me. Shout it out, y'all. We got joyful. All right. What else? Relaxing. All right. Restful. Peace. Y'all are y'all are good. Joanne, what was it?
It was relaxed.
Woo! Y'all are good, y'all. Y'all are good. All right. This is gonna be interesting. So we got one more for John. John, I'm gonna make my way over to the booth. But I gotta give you, wow, okay. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. All right, here we go. So, John, I don't know if you can see that. You got that? You see it? You got it, John? Try your best, brother.
Good luck, John.
Let's give it up for our band, y'all. Y'all sound like a film score, first of all. So let's give it up for our band one more time. Did y'all hear that? This is on the fly, y'all. Come on now. All right. So, audience, talk to me. What emotion, what feeling, where were y'all at with that? Talk to us, audience. They're like so like touched. They can't even say words right now. They're just like they're just basking in the moment. Talk to us, folks. Motivated. All right. Motivated. Accomplished. Okay. Interesting. Anyone else? All right, let's turn it over to the band. Think about how John started. So what emotion?
When he started playing the toms, I just got like this weird, like triumphant type of vibe. So
Okay.
I kind of went with it.
Triumphant. Okay.
Praise God.
Talk to us, Joanne.
I don't know. I just felt like I was on my way to somewhere good.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
on a journey.
Okay. On a journey. Okay. Talk to us, Pascal.
For me, I'm gonna say the opposite of everyone. I kind of felt a little uncertain, a little lost. I didn't know where it was going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that wavelength that he went on. Anybody else? Rainy day. Okay, rainy day. We're kind of getting somewhere. Anyone else? Anxious. All right. Yo, y'all are good. So, John, shout it out. I know you're in the booth. Shout it out for us, brother.
Well, before I shout it out, I think reason why everyone went the other way is because of how Brian played. However, is afraid.
Awesome. Afraid. Yeah. So y'all think about it, right? It started really like, yo, John, you did a really good job on that, man.
Should have played more scared, man.
My man is giving us emotions on the drums.
Less
y'all.
confidence on the kit next
That's
time.
huge.
Less confidence.
All right, y'all. So let's do this. Let's give it up one more time for our band. Incredible, 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 incredible. All right. So what we're going to do, I know time is going. We're going to get our panel back here for some talk, some Q&A. But before we do that, I know we got some great people in the room. Do we have any musicians in the room? Can I see any musicians? Couple of folks, yeah. Dibble dabble a little bit, little 1, 2. All right, y'all. So I really want to get our in-person audience involved. So what we're going to do, y'all, we're going to have a moment, about 20 minutes or so, and you're going to get an opportunity to go one-on-one with some of these amazing musicians, asking questions, diving in, getting into some of the nitty-gritty behind their story, their journey, and all the music that they've been able to create. So here's what we'll do. We've got some rooms set up all ready to go, y'all. And so we're going to have our panelists, the drums. If you're a drummer or you're interested in dibbling, dabbling, want to try out the drums for a little bit, drums will be in here. We're going to have John. We're going to be working with John for about 20 minutes or so. If you're interested in the keyboards, we're going to head over with Brian over to the keys room. So, Brian, you can head there now. For the bass, our bass players, all those who are in the room for bass, we'll give you an opportunity to sit with Joanne. He's going to be in the bass room, which is right over there. We'll have some folks in the hallway just directing traffic, just so folks know where to go. And last but not least, Pascal, you can head right into the guitar room, first room to your right, and we can sit with him. So here's what we'll do, y'all. We're not going to take too long. We'll have about 20 minutes for this segment. And so what we'll do right now, we'll give you an opportunity in just about 20 minutes here to go. Questions? Yeah, can you go between? That's a great question. Can you try something out? Absolutely. So just because you started in the piano room does not mean you can't go to the guitar room, does not mean you cannot go to the bass room, try out the drum room. One thing for our live audience, y'all are going to be hanging with John in the drum room, so you'll get a chance to hear what's going on with that, all right? So thank y'all. So why don't we transition right now, y'all? Feel free to head over there, and we'll see you back here right at 8:05. 8:05. We'll resume right back here, y'all. Any drummers in the room? Drummers? All right, let's go. Let's go. Jay, what's going on? Drummers? You taking your list? What's your name? Micah. How old are you? 13. 13? How you play drums?
No, I played steel drum a little bit. So.
How's everything?
What's your name? Jaden? Jonathan, man. Nice to meet you. Ian. Yeah. Jonathan, man. Nice to meet you. So. First of all, I never finished my job. I actually went back to school and got my diploma. you because people see my rise, but they don't know that it came from me saying yes to a gig that wasn't paying me and saying no to the gig that was paying me and stuck with the gig that wasn't paying me. Guess what? The gig that wasn't paying me brought me in the room with the artists that everyone wanted to see. And the artists seeing me and would be like, yo, I'd love for you to play for me. What happens there? You're able to be in a room that's worth more than playing that gig that has the money. I'm not saying to you do what's best for you. I know for me, drums was a tool that got me out the streets. I'm keeping 100. Like, I don't have the best story like most of the guys that you see, my peers. You know, they grew up. I was homeless. I did some crazy stuff. However, God's good because He put the gift within me, allowed me to latch onto someone to at least pull me out of that environment and show me that, yo, if you stick to what you're doing, you could travel. You could do this. So that's what I use this as my tool to get out. Just like a lot of guys use the basketball to get out of their situation, I use drums. And now this has become a vehicle to put me in different places where now it's about business. Not even like, you know, you get into production or you could get into songwriting, you could get into anything. Right now I do the same music program like Joe, but I do mine's in the prison. You know why? Those kids need it more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. You know, you get your start by putting yourself in the room. Who are you? You know, can I trust you? How do you act under pressure? How do you act? How do you act? Period. Who are you? Can I trust you? Because I'm gonna ask you to represent me on a tour that I can't play this tour. Let me get like I'll give you example. Yesterday I had a gig to do on TV. Guess what? I couldn't do it because yesterday was my son's birthday. I put together a band. I don't know if you guys know Kurt Graham.
Was that the D-Rose thing?
D-Rose. And Hathel Baker. I called them and I told them, listen, don't embarrass me. This is what I need. They did just that. Why? It comes down to back to my name. And we, John, man, who did you send here, man? I don't know this stuff, you know. But it was trial and error. DeAndre is almost like a cousin to me, right? I'm very hard on DeAndre because I'll send him to do gigs that have nothing to do with money. Like even this gig, he did it, but I'm taking something out of this pay. Why? He never had a drum. I'll give my drum to play. So you gotta be serious about what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's talking about being in the room. There's the man. I'm not gonna lie. Keeping it 100. Keeping it 100. First,
I know.
Yeah, how was it?
It's good. It's good.
Brother.
I'm literally talking. Asked me a question about how do you start your professional career. So I was explaining to them they gotta put themselves in the room, be willing to do whatever it takes, find out. And it's funny walked in, like my first recording was with him. Rough around the edges, like, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Put yourself in the room. People will work with you if they see the potential, but you also have to do the work. The first time you see me till the next time was totally different, right? So it's like
everyone's chasing the money, but let me tell you something. The money is not what you want to chase, man. The money's there, man. It's the opportunities that come with being in certain rooms, certain environments. Again, most of my biggest gigs came from me playing a gig that didn't pay me. And what if I went to play that gig that was gonna pay me? If I ignored it, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I'd be labeled, nah, yo, you can't. That guy is unreliable. No one could call that on my name. Don't make that be a part of your name. If you're gonna be a part of this music industry, make sure, yo, your name's your biggest currency, not money. Trust me. If you get anything from me, your name is your biggest currency. The ladies are out there, yeah, it's cool. Don't get caught up in that. Because no one wants to be with a bandmate that has girl problems. I'm just showing you guys the real. You see us here, like we tour. Dude. Once they see, oh, he has woman problems, can't have him here. Why? Because you're a liability. You have the drug wave, you have everything. Dude, make sure your name is squeaky clean. And you're gonna make your mistakes along the line, but focus on you. Be the best version of you. If you be the best version of you, I promise you, everything will fall in place for you. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I answered your question. Yeah. Oof. Anything else? No, nothing else? You guys can ask me.
You unpacked it, man.
Huh?
You unpacked it all, man.
I mean, dude, I never had no one really, to be honest, to do this for me. I learned trial and error, right? So sometimes you end up like, again, Steven's there. Like, he caught me rough around the edges. Like I said, I never did the best things. I don't have the stories like some of them where they grew up in family-oriented places. And where, like I said, when he got me, I was in a basement apartment with my mom, like in a room. See what I'm saying? Like, share a bed with my mom, dude. So, and my drums is packed up. I just finally got a new drum for the first time. He caught me at the age and was just like, yo, one thing he said to me, I remember I came out of the session angry because I couldn't play the click. To play the loop, but I couldn't play the click. And he's like, then I figured it out. Then he was like, listen, if you're gonna mess up with confidence. And I didn't understand that because no one will tell you that. But what he's trying to say is do your best. Stop overthinking it, right? He's like, I could always fix a mistake. I'm the producer. See what I'm saying? But what it taught me after that was, okay, I can't play with click. What do I gotta do? That's the root of the problem. I can't play with click, so it creates an insecurity, right? Most people don't want to deal with their insecurities because it's ugly. Your face, everyone wants to be Michael Jordan, be perfect and have it, but if you rewind back to, that's background. If you rewind, Michael Jordan was trash in high school. He was trash in college too. He just happened to have that great breakout year where everyone's like, oh, Michael Jordan. His name wasn't even getting called. It was Len Bias. Why am I saying that? Because guess what? He saw what his insecurities were and worked on it. And became, even when he got to the NBA, he wasn't making, just, oh, he's dunking, oh, he's, but he worked and worked on his insecurity till he became this. We talk about Michael Jordan from the 90s, not from the 80s. Can you imagine that? He has a time frame there, but everyone erases his horrible time and only talks about the great time he had, right? I say that to say, I gonna play with Click. I went and bought a metronome. I still have that metronome today. And I walked around my house dealing with all the BPMs till it became, I'm like, oh, this is like your heart pumping. Okay, 83 BPM. And I kept recording these things in my mental. I went psycho, learning, Click. When people like, yo, 86 BPM. I'm like, 86. I knew what it was. So when it's time to play with Click now, you don't gotta double time me. Give me double time. Do, 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 do. I can play with the Click. Do, do. Why? Because I know. I never ever wanted to be in that position when he came for me. Maybe it'll be later on. Now, he will tell you, I don't worry about timing with John. He's locked. And that's what you want. Your band members to, as a drummer, guys, you want to be known as the locksmith. When people come to you, yo, you want him, he's solid. The chops are dope, but dude, I'll be honest with you. My bills, most of my bills were paid based off of playing a simple groove. It was never ever off of, if you're chopping, how does someone dance to that? You know, people are dancing to you playing and then they naturally stop because there's no heartbeat. There's nothing. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that. Like, you know. Anything else? Guys, I'm here out here this forward.
Have you ever hit a period where, let's say you're picking up gigs, maybe earlier in your career, obviously,
Yeah.
where you like lost the joy of like playing with certain artists, and so you went on like a musician hiatus, and then came back to it, and then yeah.
So, pretty much you're saying like if I was playing with an artist for a few years and then it just gets boring and then
Yeah, and you gotta get irritated with just
yeah,
that as a whole.
administration.
Break kind of thing, and then
So
getting back. Like,
yes, I've had that, and one thing I would say, number one is always keep the bridge open though. Don't just say, hey man, I think I need to take a break. I just want to focus on me, nothing to do. You have that conversation because it's the mature thing to do. However, it does happen. It's happened to me. I was, you guys know Christoph? So I met Christoph for the day.
Jordan? Jordan Service?
No, Christoph. Christoph, the African group from Congo. Okay, well, I played with them, toured around the world with them. Africa, everywhere. And it's amazing to see how the crowd responds. Playing them amongst thousands of people, but I started losing the joy. Because obviously you're away from your family, you're away from this. I also had, again, insecurities within myself that that's what allows some of those things too, your joy, because I didn't finish high school, there was always this cloud over my head, like, yo, if this train stops, what do I do? I can't get a job anywhere. You know, that was the thing back then. And I went back to school. I lost all joy, went back to school. I was in Kansas, I'll never forget. I got paid the money. I was just like, I'm done. I just went back to school. I remember telling them, I never even actually had that conversation. I was just like, I'm done.
and it was just a weird feeling. That's why, like, if I could do it over again, I'd have the conversation because we're back together. We're brothers, back together. But in that period of time, I became a dad. So much stuff started overlapping those moments, right? Because it's really you, right? And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, right now this seat doesn't fit me. I want to go over here, but make sure when you're making that transition, you know what you actually want to do. Because when you leave that seat, someone else is coming for that seat. And not only that, what if what you were looking for doesn't work out? Are you okay with starting all over again? Are you okay? These are the other aspects of it, and it causes certain. It can cause trauma. It can cause anxiety, especially if you're doing it. This is what you do for a living, you know. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like I've been in that position several times, where, especially playing gospel artists, not being rude, they like their music to stay the same way, and it's just like we're gonna play this song for 10 years this way, and then they get angry. Can we switch it up? You remix it, and then they want to keep the remix for another 10 years, and it's just like no. Music is supposed to be expressed, right? You you go to Nicki Minaj or whoever concert. One year the music sounds this way. The next year you go to that concert, it sounds totally different again. You want to know why? They realize that you gotta switch it up at some point. So it depends. You could be on a journey with people that, and to be honest, you could also be on a journey where, yeah, you're getting the switch up all the time, but you may run into a place where I don't like the fact that we keep changing up the set, right? So it's just don't ever, always remember, like you, always make sure whatever decision you're making is for you, and it's gonna better you as a musician.
We're just wrapping up.
Okay, yeah. Anything else? You guys don't have no other questions? Anything?
Okay, yeah. So I was like, even like, I pretty much grew up like listening to John too. So even like the church circles I was in. So I've been blessed to like hear it and like be around for a little bit. So but I've also definitely noticed how you've been like a really like rock drummer. For real, like I did drum. I mean like that is so funny because I didn't even know like that was like people knew you as like a lock or whatever. But I remember when you did the Michael Jackson show like what, like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was with Josh. I was like, yo, how this is just sold, dog. Like it's crazy. He's like, yeah. I'm like, so how like what kind of mentality as like what's your approach to that? Like what is going on in your head when you're playing something that feels good and like you may want to like express yourself a lot, I guess as a drummer, but just keeping it
Everybody can get back to your seats. We're just gonna get
Quick question.
Yeah.
Quick answer. You guys know I'm here. Especially in that moment.
Yeah, you can go. Well, you can stay on your instrument, but yeah, because that's what we have the mics for. All right, y'all. I'm talking. I know folks are making their way back inside the room right now. I I just want to get a sense as folks are sitting down and getting back into place. Did y'all enjoy your breakout room? Just by a show of hands, yeah? All right, everybody seen some hands up. Talk to me, y'all. How was it? What was the experience? Do we have some first-time musicians in the house? Some first-timers, right? No? Some folks have been playing for a little while? All right, awesome. So the whole point of that is to give you guys an opportunity just to get your hands on some instruments and try it out. You never know. I always like to say, you know, playing an instrument is a little bit like riding a bike in the sense that you start off, maybe you don't know it as well. Maybe it's something that you find difficult, but you keep working on it, you keep trying. You know, it may not quite come out the way you want it at first, but you keep at it, and eventually you're riding and you're sailing, right? So, but yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that. I know I enjoyed being in the guitar room for a little bit, hanging out with that class, so that was awesome, y'all. So, and I could hear some folks in the other rooms. I know they'll make their way back to our main room. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to transition. I want to get all our panelists here. I think we have Pascal back here. We have Jonathan in the room. We've got Joanne, and I know we're going to just jump right in because I want to give the audience an opportunity to talk to y'all, get some of their questions answered, and some of that good stuff as well, all right? So panel, why don't we start here, right? I know, Joanne, you've been playing for, 14 years. John, you shared your story. Pascal, all coming in. I guess the first question that I have for you guys is this. Did you know that music was going to be the thing for you? And how did you know, if you knew? That's the first question.
Okay, I'll answer first. This one jumps out at me. When I was in grade 9, when I hit grade 9 and we did like one of those career assessment type of things. So
right.
You like answer a bunch of
the multiple choice.
You answer all the stuff,
Okay,
and then it tells you like, okay, like you'd be good at this area,
right.
and that area, and it's just like it was like so obvious that it was
even
like,
from then,
be a music. Yeah, I was like artistic music,
wow.
And then the other thing I was into was mechanics and stuff like that. Like I like working with my hands, which I do like as a hobby. But
got it.
So it was very obvious at that point. So yeah, I knew pretty early on. I think the challenge for me was like, okay, I know what I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. Right? It's like, how do I do this? What examples are there out there of other people that I know that I have access to,
right?
That are doing what I want to do.
Got it.
Yeah. So that was.
And talk to us a little bit about that, because what did you do with that? Like you're like, yeah, like I want to get into this. Like the career aptitude, everything's telling me this is my thing. But like, how do you actually do it? Like, how did you get past that?
It took years. It took years of just like, because that was grade 9, so that's pretty early.
Right.
Like I ask a lot of young people that I meet and stuff like that. I like to talk with people and stuff like that, and a lot of young people I find don't really know what they're interested in or what they want to do and stuff like that. So
right.
like I feel like maybe that was pretty early for me.
Got
so
it
was very challenging. Actually, at that point when I wanted to be a musician, I was actually playing drums and I wanted to be a drummer. So
wow.
I was like. And I was in like a rock band at my school.
Okay,
and
let's go.
And I jammed with some friends, and they called me Hardcore J. And it was like it was like it was a whole thing going on.
Let's go, Hardcore J. Huh? All right, Hardcore J in the house. Let's go.
So that was but it took years, probably like another couple years before I got good enough to play in church.
Okay.
And then once I started playing in church, I think that's when things started happening, because then it was like, hey, we have something going on over here. There's a concert at this church, or there's something going on. And a friend of mine from when I was young, Delroy Fraser, Minister Delroy Fraser now.
All right.
He was like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, nothing. And you know what I'm saying? He's just
right.
like, yeah, all right, come with me, bring your bass. I'm
all
like,
right.
okay, and then I just tag along, and through meeting people, I play at this concert, someone sees me. I play at this other one, someone sees me. And it just kind of like snowballed, and I eventually met other people, and other musicians amongst people that I also grew up with that also were on their journey. So like all of our journeys were kind of like formulating at the same time. So it was
Got it.
Yeah. So like that's how I eventually started to kind of like, you know, figure it out.
Awesome. So it sounds like it was really organic. Like it was just a real natural progression.
Yeah.
You know, going from A to B to C to D. Couple people in your life that were supporting you. I'm curious, can anyone on the panel relate to that story that Jay was just sharing?
Yeah. My story is pretty much the exact same. I kind of hinted at it earlier when I introduced myself. But like I said before, because there are like no guitar players in the city of Toronto, especially in the Black community, it was kind of just like, you have an ear, you play guitar, come. The rest you'll figure out when you get here.
Right.
So
thrown into
literally thrown into
Wow.
every single mix.
Wow.
Right. So as early as like 14, 15, 16,
Wow.
I've been playing with people like 10, 15, 20 years older than me.
Wow.
And they kind of just, you'll figure it out. Just play. You'll
Just
figure
go.
it out. Just go.
Wow.
This is the first chord. This is the second chord.
So what
This
we
is the
just
third chord.
did basically.
Essentially. Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's-
just
you sit
go in the
down,
room.
you tune up,
Yeah.
and you turn your ears on before
Wow.
you move your hands. And it's that simple. The rest kind of just comes to you. Yeah.
That's deep, man. That's deep right
That's
there.
the way it is.
All right, thank you for sharing that. John, talk to us a little bit, man. Just your journey and does that kind of resonate with you?
Yeah, kind of. My journey was different. I feel like I was a experiment.
Okay.
No, I guess the older musicians that lived in I was living in Rexdale at the time, and
Yes,
they just
sir.
took a chance on me. Like they would see me outside doing the wrong things, and they scooped me up and they would bring me to choir rehearsals. At the time, there was a group, a choir named WAB,
Okay.
and they would literally Robert Chambers, Ronnie Thomas and Floyd Williams. They literally, if they see me on the road, they just tell me, get in the car right now.
Wow.
And they'd bring me, so I feel like I was like a little experiment for them
Wow.
to be out of trouble.
That's what's up.
But music, I guess, yeah, it was, I always knew I wanted to do it. I think it was in, yeah, like great. I was obsessed with a drummer named Gerald Hayward.
Okay.
And I would watch, this was back in the day, you watch TV and they would come on TV.
Hold on, you
with-
said back in the day we watched TV?
yeah, not Netflix.
Not Netflix, not
Netflix,
YouTube,
not
none of that,
YouTube, nothing.
We had a thing called cable.
Yeah, some called cable, and you had to go on the TV guide and wait to see, oh, this person's coming on TV tonight,
Right.
Because you'd see who's coming on, and you knew who the musicians were
Right,
at that
right.
time, and you would stay up to see them play, and I just was obsessed with. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna play for Hezekiah Walker, Mary J. Blige. That was my end to my dream,
Awesome.
and that's when I knew I wanted to do it.
Awesome. Thanks for
so.
sharing that story. Brian, you got to talk to us, man. How did your journey go? How did you know music was going to be the thing for you?
Honestly, before I even get there, I just want to shout out to the color scheme that we have going on. Everyone has like a shade of like green or gray or something going
All
on.
right,
Yeah,
that's
and
what's
even
up.
you, so it's kind of crazy.
Okay, that's what's up.
Which has nothing to do with music, but my musical journey started. I don't know when it started, to be honest. I just remember I grew up in a Christian household where like secular music was like not allowed, and I remember like we'd have like block parties and stuff like that because I grew up in like certain ends, and we would have block parties, and then I'd always be like dancing, uncontrollably, like I couldn't help it, like because they're playing like dance, boom, 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 and I'm there just like, and then my dad would look at me, he's like, hey, boy, we gotta do the boy, like that's devil music, you can't dance it. And I thought to myself like, whoa, if that's devil music, then I'm like screwed for the rest of my life because I can't stop moving right now. So then I went to school and I took like a bunch of courses trying to find myself because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know music was like an actual career that you can like have. So I was in like the nerdiest stuff ever. I was doing like writer's craft at night school. I was doing like law classes in night school.
Wow.
And then I started joining the debate team, like random stuff.
Wow.
Like,
So from debating to
yeah,
keyboards?
you know what I mean? Like I'm on a debate team and like you're
Right.
debating about like foolishness with adults and then going on radio shows and stuff. Like this was literally my life, like a nerd, you know?
Okay.
And then after that, we won the debate against these adults because they're
All right.
trash.
Let's
Yeah.
go, bro. So you were really like, yeah, you were
A
invested.
nerd, dog. I was a nerd. And then so one of the judges, like a panel just like this, he was a guy that worked at Universal Music Studios, and then he gave me like some CDs that I won.
Okay.
So remember, mind you, I was Christian household, devil music, this and that, yada, yada, yada. The CDs was Indiana Irie, it was Kanye West, 808 and Heartbreak. I don't even remember the third one. I probably dashed it because it wasn't good. But those two albums like really resonated with me. I don't know what it was, but I would listen to them. And at the time, like I was making like tapes for my friends. Like I don't know if you guys remember cassette tapes. Like I would like literally like put the cassette in there and like when the radio comes on, just press record.
Oh, wow.
And then bring it to school and we're out there partying, whatever. And then making tapes for my friends. And then it went on to like making like DJ mixes on iPods and stuff.
DJ Brian.
So I was at school one day and like still not sure what I wanted to do. It was like grade 12. And then like I remember going in those album credits because you could see who worked on the albums. Not like today where you have to Google and go on Genius and like, you didn't need to be a genius to go on there. You just need to open the back and read it. Whatever. And then and then after I saw a name in there. I think it was AJ Brown, like actual musician, like a bass player, who I met years later, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But like, and then it's something just like resonated with me. Like, wait, this is an actual name on a project. That means someone had to actually do this, take time out of their day. So like, I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do music. And I was like, okay. So I started pursuing it, and then I started like trying to like make beats and stuff. Like I want to be like Kanye West and make 50-cent beats and stuff like that. That was like the lane of stuff that I wanted to go in. Mm-hmm. And then I started going to like church with my mom and stuff. And she was going to like a different church that was like more advanced. Like my church was like super Jamaican, yard. Like we played 3 chords. That was it. You know what I mean? It was almost like rhythms. Like it felt like a bashment, but with the lights on. You know what I mean? Like church music. Yeah, it was getting hot, but it's like, and then she went to a church where they actually played like actual gospel tracks, and I was like, wow, I was like captivated by the sound. I was like, whoa, like there's harmony here. There's like someone singing, someone leading. There's real lyrics. Like, there's a verse and a chorus and thing, and then I just got inspired.
All right.
So then after that, I was like, yeah, I want to do music. So then within Fruity Loops, I was like trying to like recreate what I heard. And then honestly, that's where it started for me. And then like,
so didn't even start on the keyboard.
I didn't even start on the keyboard. I started like trying to produce, and then I went to this next church, and then this guy he saw me going on the organ. He was like the main guy there, Carlton Griffith. And then he told me, he's like, oh, you want to play organ, eh? And I was like, yeah. He's like, we're gonna have to listen to a lot of gospel music. And I clicked. I was like, oh, I have to actually listen to like certain stuff that I want to play. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then he started bringing me around like people like John Kerr and these guys who like try to mentor me and help me and try to become like a well-rounded, developed musician, even though that wasn't really my goal. To be honest, I just wanted to be able to play, just be able to like, I saw someone playing keys and I just wanted to express myself, and like I said, like recreate what I heard.
Right.
And then it just ended up just becoming a thing.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for sharing that story, man. Awesome. Incredible, y'all. Incredible stories that we're hearing and learning. So the next question that I had, because I know y'all talked about your music journey, talk to the audience here, both in person, those online. What are some of those pinnacle achievements or moments where you're just like, wow, like I'm getting somewhere with this thing? Like we all have had those moments, but talk to us. Like what are some of those?
The e-transfer.
The e-transfer.
I was like, oh, I could do this.
Yes, sir. It's the e-transfer.
Talk about it. Yes, talk about it.
For me, I've been doing session work. I've been doing session work for a while. So that's kind of like you show up, play the music, you get your check, you go home.
Right.
Do it all again the next day or whenever next you get called. But I remember when I sold my first beat. Mm-hmm. I sold my first beat. I promise you, I thought I was Rockefeller. I sold this beat it was $800, but the contract was like, if they use it for the next season, I sold it to a podcast. Okay. So the contract was if they use it for the next season of the podcast, then I get another $800. And if they use it for the next season, I get another $800.
There we go.
So,
residuals.
Yeah, so it turned into a residual thing, and they used it for 3 seasons.
Wow.
So I made $2,000 from this beat.
Wow.
Over the course of like a year or so.
Right.
And every time we're using it, I was like, okay. Right. So I started doing math. If I can sell this many beats to this many podcasts, and they use it for this many seasons, and I can make this much money in a month, and then I can do this in a year, and then I don't have to go to school for this long, and then yeah. So awesome. It's the e-transfer. That's really that's for me personally.
All right, there we go. Appreciate it, man. John.
Yeah, the e-transfer store. I joke. I joke. Yeah, the first time you receive like residual income, you're like, wow, if I continue this, then it will, wow, this could, you feel hype, and then you feel like no one could talk to you. But to be honest, it sounds funny. Me and Joyanne, we played for Melanie Fiona on what was it, Regis and Kelly.
Yeah, it was Regis and Kelly.
And I remember I was waiting for this check because I'm like, yo, I was on TV. And I remember when the check came, I didn't even get I remember the union took they destroyed that check. However, I don't know why I felt hyped because the check came from Disney. I think it was Disney.
It was Disney.
Disney
I had the same
Corporation,
experience.
and I still have the check somewhere in my house.
You didn't cash it?
I just felt hype. I was like, Disney wrote me a check because I guess Disney owns the show or the network.
That's
yeah.
what's
And
up.
you couldn't tell me. At that, my mom was like, saying, nah, cash it. I'm like, no, I work for Disney now. Like, they have my name on their payroll. Like,
Shout out to Walt.
That's
so
hilarious.
I think that was like, my dumb moment. But, yeah, I would say like residual stuff and,
That's hilarious, man. Thank you for sharing that story.
For me, that Disney story was a good one. Yeah, the Disney. No, honestly, like for me, it was going to the bank teller and being like, hey, and they'll be like, oh, we're not sure if and they're like, oh, actually, but it says Disney. So like they're like, oh, but it says Disney on it. They're like, I'm sure we can clear it for Disney. I'm sure Disney has the money. So that was that was hilarious.
Wait, were they
That
punking you?
is funny.
No, they're like actually serious. Like this woman was like, we gotta put this through. Like it says Disney on it. Yeah, it was like it was hilarious. But for me it was a couple of things. But quickly, I did the Junos. I think it was the first time I did the Junos. I did it twice with an artist named Sean Hook.
Okay.
And I had been playing with him for years. He's like, it's one of those artists. Sometimes you play with an artist and like you're with them for a long time. Sometimes you're with an artist for a short amount of time.
Right.
But being with him for a long time and like we were like traveling in vans, going across Canada and stuff like that, right? And then to go from there to be like in tour buses and then like to be on a national you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
TV
yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing. And then what was really cool was to see other people that I knew also at the Junos. Like that was a cool thing for me. Yeah. So like the year before I was playing with Daniel Caesar performed.
Right.
And it was like I got to see Matt and I got to see Adrian Bent and I got to see like all these guys that I've grown up with, you know what I'm saying, came up with, and it was really cool to see everybody like, wow, we're all here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were like years ago, we were all trying to figure out what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like how we're gonna do this music thing. And now we're all here in this space.
Amazing.
I think for me it's been a lot of those kind of experiences. Another thing was when I actually played with Daniel Caesar.
Right.
That was another huge thing because it was like a combination of like the best musicians and even tech people that I've worked with over the years that I got to like go on the road with, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And then obviously when the check comes, that's a whole other thing. But like it was but honestly it's really the experiences and like being like, wow, like I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest thing for me was flying my wife out at the end of the tour to
sir.
I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna fly you out to the
end.
And I flew her out, and we actually got to spend time in Vancouver.
Amazing.
Which like years I've been to Vancouver so many times. I've been to like a lot of places, but it's like I've always been like, man, I wish my wife could be here to like see this, right? So it was like I was like, wow, like I have the resources to be like, yo,
let's go,
get on the plane, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that was cool.
That's amazing, man. Y'all give it up. That's an amazing story. Brian, talk to us, man. What are some of those moments, brother?
So like I said, e-transfers for sure. Cause at first, like my mom would tell me like, you go out play, don't take money from these people. And then after a while, when she seen how much I was leaving the house, she's like, okay, you should be taking at least a little something. You know what I mean? Even though I was the whole time, but I just didn't show her. But for me, it was just like,
I took that in.
for me, it was just like the respect from like your peers. Cause like I said, like I was getting like mentored and helped from like people like John and people in the community that I would like look up to. Like John and Joanne would play this gig, Dazzling downtown. I would go see them. You know what I mean? I always wish like you could play with these guys one day, play for these guys one day, whatever. But yeah, one day it clicks and like the same people that are trying to help you along, like eventually you're on the same stage with them, you're playing with them. So I remember I was in school one time and I tried to go to school for music because like I was really serious about this thing. I wanted to pursue it. And then like 2/2s, I'm in class and then like I get a call saying like, you want to come out to somewhere for a gig? And I was like, do I want to come out somewhere for a gig? I'm like, of course. And then I ended up, flying out with John and we went to like Africa and did some shows out there.
Nice.
And then like that's when it started to like click. I was just like, yo, this is actually like possible. Like this could actually go on, you know what I mean? Came back to school like school. Like, you know what I mean? I was out of there. I told them I was gonna try to finish my assignments and thing, and then I realized like as soon as I got off the plane, like there was no assignment getting done. Like me and John crashed a wedding. Like it was so crazy. Like there's a wedding on the resort. We were there. Dancing was like a Punjabi wedding. They were so respectful, but yeah, like things like that, and like being able to like be around your peers, like they actually respect what you're doing, and like they're calling you, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, like yeah, this can go on. So
Awesome. Incredible story, man. Thank you so much, Brian. I have some questions, but y'all, I can talk too much. I can keep going. I want to turn to our audience. Does our audience have any other questions for our... And I know, Joanne, I know you do have to step out, so whenever you got to get going, feel free to do that. But audience, does anyone have any questions for our amazing panelists? This is your opportunity now, y'all. Any questions coming in? If not, I can do this all day, y'all. This is any questions in the room yet? All right, cool. So last question that I have, and Joanna, as I said, if you got to make your way out, you're good, brother. No worries. Thanks for joining us. The one question that I had that I don't think I've actually heard an answer to yet, some folks touched on it a little bit. Musical influences. So we have keyboardists here, we have drummers here, we have guitarists. Let's hear some of the names. Who are some of those people for you on the instrument that you play, that you do your thing on, that inspired you to do what you do today?
For me, so back to that story where that guy said, you're gonna have to listen to a lot of gospel if you want to like play organ and things like that. That's how I started. Like I started listening to that stuff. But then I started listening to like jazz after that immediately. So it was like Bill Evans, Robert Glasper, Billy Preston, like people like that. And then started learning about people in the city.
Right.
There's a guy named Jeremy and Dwyer. He's done a clinic here or whatever. Who else? I think in the beginning stages, it would be those three.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we got some of your inspirations. Talk to us, John. Who are some of those folks for you, man? Inspirations.
One thing I didn't say was growing up, I would look at CD credits.
Right.
That was too much information, but if I was on the toilet, I would look at CD credits from... No, I'm being honest. Or the cassette tape credits. When I was from like 6 and up. And I remember that's how I kind of would behave.
Right.
Because my main influence on drums was Ronnie Thomas.
Okay.
But I would always read, and I'm not lying right now. I'd always read one of my favorite gospel records. No, my number one favorite gospel song is a song called "Caught Up" by Faith Carell. And I remember seeing the name Dion Cockett, but then I seen his name in like different stuff like producer, songwriter. Right. I'm like, is this the same guy? Then I would see, and then not because he's here, Stephen Lewis, I would see his name on stuff. But it's not that he was... It used to confuse me because I didn't know you could be like... It sounds stupid, but I never knew you could be a songwriter
Right.
and be the musician
Right.
and also be the producer
Right.
or whatever. So I would read these credits on, because before I jumped to America, I've been a diehard fan of my hometown guys, and they've kept me out of a lot of trouble, and to be honest, like Steven's a huge influence on my life. Dion Cockett, Robert Chambers, seeing these guys on CD credits and then seeing them. I remember the first time I seen Steven at a recording. He looked very scary. He had, you know.
We got
I
Stephen
think-
Lewis in the house, y'all.
I want to say his hair was braided. I'm not too sure. It was just big, and he had on like the hoop earring, and he went on the organ, and I was like, and they're like, "Yo, that's Stephen Lewis," and I was like, "That's Stephen Lewis," and then the first time I met Dion Cockett, I was like, "This is Dion Cockett? I'm tall. I'm almost taller than him, you know?" And but those are my influences,
Awesome.
man.
So basically seeing records and names and then actually meeting these people in real life and like just that whole cycle.
Yeah, because this is why you do it. Like, like if you could see something and you're like, okay. And then it was like you could see them every weekend if you went to a concert. So now it made it believable.
Right.
Like I could do this, right?
Right.
So those
Awesome.
are my influences.
Awesome. Jay, we'll get you.
Yeah, I'll say a couple before I head out. A few local musicians for me, and like local and abroad. So for me, it was like Andrew Stewart was a big one. Kenny Blake, who I borrowed his bass for 4 years when I was learning how to play bass. Kenny is like, yeah, that's my big brother. Outside of that, actually Sam Williams was another inspiration. I don't think I play like any one of them, but they were just like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? There was something that they were doing that I was like, wow. Tim Ball was another one.
Okay.
Those are like all the local heroes. And then for me, it was Maurice Fitzgerald was a bass player that I kept hearing on a lot of records that I was like learning.
Right.
Because at the time, like I was just learning. I didn't even know who was doing what. And I didn't look yet, but like I heard the stuff and I liked it. And then I was like, okay, let me start learning this. And I found out that it was Maurice Fitzgerald on bass on a lot of that stuff. I learned a lot from. I like a lot of what's his name again? No, not Reggie Young. No. Oh, I don't know why I forgot his name. Yeah, he plays the Fender bass. Oh my goodness, why did I forget? No. Slap bass.
Victor.
Not Victor.
Oh, that was my first.
Marcus Miller. Oh Lord, forgive me. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Marcus. But yeah, Marcus Miller was a huge one. I really liked the way he was like very versatile. Yeah. So those were. Oh, and Fieldy from Korn.
All right.
Which is like, it's hilarious, but like I liked things that he was doing that was like very unique for the sound that band was doing type of thing. And I was really into them in like grade 9. So like that ended up being like one of my influences. And then like orchestral music as well.
All right. Awesome. Super solid list, y'all. So we're getting some of that. Thank you so much, Joanne. Appreciate it. Pascal, we wanted to hear from you as well, man. Who are some of those musical heroes for you, man?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones in the sense that I keep saying this over and over again, but it's because like I cannot make it up.
Right.
I was the kid that was dragged everywhere
Right.
and thrown into the room with people who had been doing it for 15, 20, 30 years.
Right.
So people like Stephen Lewis in the back took a gamble on me. People like Jermaine Dwyer took a gamble on me as early as like 14, 15.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. You have the ear, you have the hands, you'll be fine. Just the rest you'll figure out as you go along.
Right.
Locally, Phil McPherson was like my #1 teacher.
All right.
We played at the same church for
Okay,
years.
that's what's up.
And for a really long time, I would just sit and just watch him play, just figure out what he was doing, when he was switching tones, when he was using delays, when he was choosing his reverb, stuff like that. So that he was one of like my first teachers.
Awesome.
And really my only like local teacher aside from like the Arcadia Academy of Music
Awesome.
stuff, right? That was a big deal for me. I grew up in the 21st century, so I had the privilege of using YouTube. Unlike many of the people.
So you
I
don't
look
know
up to.
you don't know what an album is.
I know what an album is. Thank you very much. Okay. So I had YouTube, but at the same time, I wasn't looking for modern musicians. Like the first guitar player I came across on YouTube was BB King.
Okay.
And I watched he was the very first one, and I watched his 2011 Glastonbury concert maybe 60 times.
Wow.
Yeah. After him, it was people like Paul Jackson Jr. because I was a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Okay.
Huge. My dad bought me the bad record, and I actually looked on the back, and his name was on the back.
There you go.
So that started the deep dive. Got to YouTube. Yeah. Da-na-na, you are the lady in my life.
Right.
That was a huge thing for me. And growing up, I kind of shifted genres a lot. I started listening to more orchestral music, started listening to country music, started listening to hard rock, went down the roundabout phase, went down the whole Edge of 17 phase, did the whole Eye of the Tiger thing.
Right.
Play one note, sit there, play the next note, play the next note. Eventually, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to start learning more gospel stuff. And I went through Marvin Sapp's Thirsty like a million times.
All right.
Stumbled Rick Watford, Jubu,
right?
People like Agape Woodland, the gospel heads, right? The Duboses and stuff like that. That was a really, really big thing for me. After I picked up the gospel bag, I went into the fusion bag and started listening to people like Ghost Note, listened to Snarky Puppy, found Mark Lettieri, and that was like, I went straight down that path. He's probably like my number one influence.
You have his guitar.
I
there.
do. This guitar is his signature model, and
up.
I'm so worth every dollar I spent for it.
All right.
But yeah, after I went down the fusion path, I was like, I'm Nigerian and don't really know how to play Nigerian music that well.
Okay.
And that needs to change. So I went back, asked my dad, hey, who were you listening to growing up? Came across names like King Sunny Ade, started listening to Fela, started listening to Manu Dibango, all of that stuff. Picked up the African bag, and I was like, okay, I'm good to go. And now I'm in a position where like progressive rock is like everything I live and breathe.
Okay.
So I'm listening to people who are like thumping on guitars because they're trying to play like 30-second notes.
Okay.
I'm listening to stuff like people are playing 8 strings, 9-string guitars for fun.
For fun. Right?
Yeah, literally for fun.
It's at that point, right?
6 is not enough. So you just you go lower, right? I'm sure bass players can attest. 5 sometimes doesn't feel like enough. I play bass and I feel like 5 is enough. But some bass players feel like 5 isn't enough, so they go 6.
Right.
But yeah, some guitar players feel like 6 isn't enough, so they go 7, they go 8. But I've been listening to people like Josh Della Victoria, people like Aaron Marshall. These are all like white guys who shred. Like they rip and their tone is crazy. So that's my influences are pretty eclectic.
Very broad.
Yeah, very, very broad. I listen to a lot of music, but yeah.
Awesome.
There's something there. Yeah.
Awesome, man. This is incredible, y'all. So we've been hearing so many stories, the journeys, the influences, some of the high points, low points. Want to ask this last question, then I'll see if the audience has any other questions. So remember going back to the activity at the beginning. Remember how we were doing the emotions, y'all? Remember that activity? So one of the things I always say this, music is something that's louder than words. Like it has the ability to just reach people wherever they may be, as we've heard from all of your stories, right? And so I'm just curious, like, is there a song that you just play that just kind of like maybe is special to you, or maybe it gets you to a certain place or out of a certain place? Is there music, like we're talking about mental health, we're talking about, songs that just kind of be like, you know what, I feel safe here. Like, do you have a song or an artist maybe that does that for you?
When I was practicing and learning growing up, I actually didn't learn a lot of songs. Like to this day, I don't know how I got certain gigs because like I was just finessing the whole time. I think it's just because like I got good at like reharmonization and like licks and stuff, and like I just learned the music that was there. But like to sit down and like practice a song, I don't think I ever did that. Maybe like once when I was young.
Right.
But like I'll listen to like Bill Evans, like because his emotions and like the piano, like the man plays like he was going through stuff. And then when you
Right.
read his life, he was going through stuff.
Right.
So like I always look at that as like a musician to me that gets it. Like it's just I don't know. There's nobody like him. Like he's not even like the quickest or fastest or flashiest player, but he's just like it's just so raw and like so much emotion. So I listen to that. Robert Glasper too, probably. Yeah.
Awesome.
His vibes.
Awesome. Thank you, John.
So the question was what?
So question was like, is there a song or music that you play that kind of just gets you into a good place, maybe out of a bad place, maybe it's just is good for your well-being, your mental health? Is there a song for you?
Well, I know this is gonna sound bad because I grew up in church, but I would say like I listen to a lot of Stevie Wonder, songs in the key of life. It's one of my favorite albums. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, Thriller. A song that actually puts me into perspective. I don't know if you guys know this song. It's by John Lennon, Imagine. I think it's such a beautiful song. Like
Awesome.
it just, to me, it does something to me. If you get a chance, go listen to it. Makes you think. Like he's trying to cancel out everything in this world that separates us from actually, I guess, embracing love with each other. That's my interpretation of the song.
Right.
And it's exactly what it says. Imagine, you know, Bob Marley and Amazing Grace by Aretha Franklin. Like that album.
Okay.
Those albums invoke my feelings in a certain way. It's because I think it's the elements they used to create this music, and it's just, yeah.
Awesome.
And lately, the Andre 3000 album.
Okay.
Track 2.
All right.
Yes. It's actually a great record, guys. He doesn't need to rap. We need to embrace when someone wants to make a change. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, brother.
I have a few of those songs that I kind of just find myself always coming back to. Imagine is one of them. Vienna by Billy Joel is another one. That one is a really big one for me. Hello Dolly by Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
Kind of an obscure track, but I feel like it's impossible to listen to that song and not be happy. You like his playing, his singing. It's just one of those things like you will get that serotonin boost. You will. As of late, The Curtain by Snarky Puppy, they released it as like it's a whole project with Metropole Orchestra, I think back in 2014. And The Curtain is one, like, that song stands out on that whole album because they break the song into sections. And go listen to the song and you'll hear it once you hear what I'm saying. They break the song into sections, and there's a rise, and then there's a solid peak, and then there's like a very, very distinct like, okay, all of this is over.
Right.
We're going somewhere very obscure.
Right.
And the reason I love that song so much is because it's 15 minutes long,
Right.
and it's called The Curtain because, you know, everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame,
Right.
right? So it's like you step on the stage, things are going well, you hit this peak, you start to get a little full of yourself, and you lose everything that you lost, and your 15 minutes of fame are up.
That's it.
So I listen to that song, and I'm just like, okay, this is the human condition. This is the rises and the falls of the mind of mankind in 15 minutes.
Got
So
it.
that song is like a very consistent one for me.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's give it up one more time for our panel. Y'all, are y'all enjoying this? Are y'all learning, getting something from this? All right, man. This is incredible, y'all. Our panel has done an amazing, amazing job. Let's give it up for them one more time, y'all. They've done an amazing, amazing job. And so we're going to transition into the next part. We're kind of winding down our day. I know we have a jam coming up. But one thing I wanted to do is at SoundCheck, anybody that I know there's some folks that's your first time here, we are a music organization and we are invested in building the sound of young people in our community, not only as musicians, but as empowered leaders. And so one of the things that we do is we use music as a vehicle. Y'all were hearing what they were communicating. Like, music is deep. It's more than just entertainment. It's more than just, a pastime. Like, as you can hear from this amazing panel of musicians, music is life. It teaches you things. It helps you to grow as a person. And so one of the things we want to do and have done here at SoundCheck is develop the young, aspiring, and emerging musicians. And y'all, we have some incredible, incredible young people in the room, and they're going to perform for y'all. Y'all want to hear some more music? All right, so let's give it up for our panel. Panel, thank you so much. Y'all can make your way back to the seats right now. And I'm going to just call up our young musicians that are getting ready to perform. And as they're getting ready, I'll just tell y'all a little bit of a backstory. I know my namesake, Joel, is going to talk to y'all and tell you a little bit about this composition because it's absolutely incredible. But I want to invite up the next generation. And it's so fitting because as you all heard through some of the stories that you were hearing, there was always this idea of mentorship. Nobody that was sitting on the panel here, all the highlights of their career, all the ups and the downs, but they all mentioned one thing in common, that there were people there in their life that helped them to build, helped them to level up, believed in them. And so we always are working and investing in the next generation of young people. So behind me right now, taking the stage, is an incredible, incredible group of young people. I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. Some of these young people we ran into and met for the first time during COVID, during our pandemic, and they were joining our programs. We were doing some online music development courses online that we were doing at the time. And we got to meet some of these young people. When we reopened, they were able to come in and sit with some of our mentors, learn from some of them. And they are incredible, incredible musicians in their own right. So I'm going to pass over the mic to the MD right now, the man himself sitting right here on the keys, the next generation, the future, the now. We have none other than Joel Sainville. Did I say your last name right, brother? Sainville.
Yes,
apologies,
yes, sir.
brother.
No
Joel
worries.
Sainville. Let's give it up for Joel that's in the house. And Joel, talk to me, man, because first of all, I remember, first of all, y'all, when I met Joel, bro, you grew like, I don't know, like 18 inches. Like talk to me.
I was a little kid back then.
You're a little kid, man. And I remember seeing you on Zoom.
Yeah, man.
And you was asking questions and getting involved
Yeah,
and working on the workshops. And today he's going to be performing to us. So talk to us, Joel. Tell us about this composition and tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Okay, so let's introduce the band first. You have a mic, sir? What's your name? What instrument do you play?
Well, I'm Shamar, and I play bass.
Nice,
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Jaden, you have a mic in there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got Jaden in the
sir,
booth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Oh, Jaden.
What do you play, sir?
I play drums, you know what I'm saying, a little bass.
Okay, okay.
Jaden, maybe move the mic just a little closer. I just want to make
Is
sure
better?
everyone can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, we got you now. Say again, brother.
So my name is Jaden. I play drums and bass a little bit. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's go, Jaden.
So Joel called me. Is it Joel? Joel,
you got me, bro.
okay.
You're good.
Yeah, so he called me, said the 10 years. So shout out to Joel, 10 years executive director. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we're out here, brother. We're out here.
Called me, put together the band, and now we're here today. So he told me that the theme was like mental health and how music can be an escape because you can't really say everything through words. You have everyone has their little hobby or something that or getaway or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has that. So that was our theme. So today earlier we were playing a game, so I want you guys to guess what I was thinking when I was creating this arrangement project. I also did a single. It was I'm not even gonna say what it was, but if you want to listen to it, it's called Storm.
Make sure you
Joel
stream it.
Okay, whatever. Anyways,
So hang on. Let's make sure everybody can dial in because you're dropping some nuggets right now. So you have some music out.
yes, I do.
And what's the name of your song?
It's
brother?
called Storm. It's
called Storm. And where can folks listen to this?
Anywhere where you stream, it's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
All right, so y'all make sure right now you connect with Joel and hear that song Storm. And you have something to perform unique and original, I understand.
Yes. So the arrangement's called Breath of Air, actually. So we came up with I'm blanking here. The arrangement I created in 24 hours, so it's not polished. You're gonna hear the outro is not even done yet, so it's just gonna be a 3-piece at the end. But I hope you don't notice though. I think it's off to say, and it's in 6/8. So yeah. Anything you guys have to say? No. Okay.
All right, let's hear it, man. Let's give them one more time. Let's give it up for Joel and the band ready to play.
Sound man, if you can just mute my mic, I'm gonna use that as talkback if that's possible. I don't know if that's possible. We're gonna see if it can mute. Can it mute? Can it mute? No? Okay, cool. Fine.
Y'all give it up one more time. Come on, y'all. Everybody just take a deep breath. Everybody just, did y'all feel that? Did y'all feel that? Hey, Joel, man, you gotta, hold on. First of all, how old are you? Y'all, Joel is 16 years old. Let's give it up, man. What a talent. What a talent, man. And I just want you all to, for our audience, for those that are here in the room, we got an amazing band of young, inspiring players right in front of us right here. We got Joel. Joel, how long you been playing keys for, brother? 2 or 3? It sounds like it. You sound incredible, my friend. Shamar, we got Shamar here. Shamar, how old are you, brother? We got Shamar, 20 years old, y'all, holding down the low end. And in the booth, none other. Jaden, talk to us, brother. How old are you again?
I just turned 18. So.
You just turned 18?
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, my friend. And listen, y'all, playing on the, man, you sound incredible, brother.
Yes, sir.
You sound big. You sound great. This is amazing. Let's give it up one more time for these young people. This is what SoundCheck is all about. This moment, it's about people like you all inspiring that sound, being able to connect with mentors, being able to have a space, have a sound system, have everything that you need to bring these kind of creative ideas to life. So, Joel, before you go, I got to pick on you one more time, man, because this is just, you just blew my mind, man. I'm going to be breathing like for the rest of my life. Talk to me, man. You said you made that in 24 hours?
Yeah, man. The arrangement was done. The arrangement just arranged, not the aux. The aux was done. So I started on, so we had the rehearsal Thursday.
Wow.
Went home and just created. I had the day off from school. I think it was God-given. I had the day off from school on Friday. Did everything on Friday. The arrangement, the bass reference, the drum reference was done. And then Friday night, did the aux, some of the aux. Saturday night did some of the aux. Sunday didn't have any time. That's why the outro was not done, but you know, it is what it is.
Sounds incredible, man.
I appreciate
incredible.
it, man.
Thank you so much, y'all. Let's give it up one more time. Y'all can make your way back to your seats, y'all. We're just about wrapping up for the day, but I just want to give folks an opportunity to connect, to jump in, because just like these young people were able to tap into programs, tap into mentorship, tap into supports, SoundCheck is a place for you. We want folks to be aware and to know about the incredible programs that we have. We have free music program, mentorship. Every Monday we're here. Everyone saw the breakout session that we did earlier. I know it was a bit of a taste, a bit of a piece, but really every Monday, y'all, we're tapping in, we're connecting with mentors, we're plugging in, we're playing, we're coming together as a group, we're growing, we're breaking bread. It's a beautiful, amazing program. If you're looking for just that type of community and support, definitely plug in, tap into our programs on Monday. They're 100% free on Thursday as well. We have our drop-in. Joel just mentioned that they were here on Thursday working out their arrangement, checking out the sound, trying to make sure everything was right, rehearsing and getting ready. So this is what SoundCheck is all about. It's what we're all about, y'all. And so before we kind of wrap up here, I know we have our shed that's ahead. There's just a couple of things that I want to get through. So there's a video that I want to show folks because does anybody know what day it is today? I know it's the 28th of November, but there's a special thing happening today. Does anybody know what it's called? It doesn't only impact SoundCheck, but it's a global day. Does anybody know what it's called? Oh, I think I heard it. Giving Tuesday, absolutely. Today, the 28th of November, is Giving Tuesday. And this is an opportunity for folks to tap in and support awesome, incredible nonprofit organizations doing some incredible work. And so, of course, I have to just let folks know about the opportunity to get involved. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of resources. But the proof is in the pudding, y'all. You see, when we invest in our youth, when we invest in young people, it pays dividends and dividends. And it's only a matter of time before, as we saw, the cycles that are happening, you know. One person says, hey, I started out in this group, you know, I was being mentored. All of a sudden I got a call. I'm on a bigger stage. I'm getting opportunities. Now I'm on the stage with people I was looking up to. This is what it's all about. This is what growth and community is all about. Does anyone believe in this work? Yeah, man, it's important. We got to keep it going. It's really important. So for all y'all to get involved, we have some easy ways that folks can get involved. If you'd like to leave a donation, y'all can visit our front station out there. We got a donation station set up. As well as easily on your phone. I know we're in the 21st century now. Everyone's got a smartphone. Head over to soundcheckyouth.com/donate, and you can get involved right then and there. There's so many ways to tap in and get involved. But I do want to, before we go, I do want to show the special video, just talking about some of the young people, their stories, how they got to know SoundCheck, what some of the supports were, and going from there. All right, so we're gonna get this video playing for you all. So let's hear it. Hey y'all, we're having just a technical issue here. Thank you for bearing with us. We're just trying to get this video up. In the meantime here, I'm going to just call up, while we work on this technical glitch here, I know we've got Adrian in the room, one of our board members. Adrian, why don't you just come on up here, talk to us a little bit, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and how you've been involved in the work over the years. It is our 10th year anniversary, Adrian. You can tell people that we're in this room now, Adrian, but we start from the bottom, brother. It wasn't like this. Am I lying? So let's talk to us a little bit, Adrian, and we'll see if we can get this technical glitch worked out here for y'all. All right, give it up for Adrian, y'all.
Hi, everyone. I think Joel may have spoiled all of the fun there. My name's Adrian Howard. I've known Joel from back before he did any music. I remember the first day he picked up guitar. He was at a high school trip, and he was like, "Man, this is the thing I want to do." And he was really happy about it. I think before that I'd call him a gamer, and so. It's been really great to watch his journey that really coincides with the journey of the organization. Joel and I used to play in church together every week. That narrative about guitarists being able to get up and play really quickly, it was true. It was maybe 6 months after he started playing the guitar. It was like, "Hey man, come up and play. We don't have a guitarist, so you'll get all the reps you want and you can play." And it was amazing to see his growth from there because he really just loved the music, loved the instruments. So his trajectory was from down here to up here real quick. And that was amazing. And so our story about SoundCheck was I was in school just finishing up university, and he called me because he'd been involved in community work for many years, and he said, "Look, there's this opportunity where we'd be able to set up a program for young people to do music, and it could be free." And I said, "Wow, that's amazing." I mean, that's the thing that I think was a little bit more difficult to come by. A lot of people sort of learning via YouTube or trying to get, learn via osmosis, listening to music, watching people play, but getting sort of the hands-on, getting people who know you. And so we just started in 2013 with a small grant of about $10,000, not able to really buy anything. So we went to Long and McQuaid or Steve's, I think, and rented a bunch of instruments and just went from there with some help from great people. I think Brian was there from almost the beginning. I think we had Jermaine Dwyer there and a few others, and we started our programs with drum, bass, guitar, and keyboard, and it's just grown from there. And it was just sort of thing after thing after thing, such that about, I want to say 6 years ago, it was like, hey, we've got some funding. It looks like we'd be able to start up a space. The space did not look anything like this. It looked like the rest of, I think, the spaces in the area, what you might think of a front office and a little bit of a garage back area, and this is what the garage back area is. And we kept going, and eventually we got the ability, with the help of our funders, to set this room up. And it's just been so amazing to watch the growth of the organization, the growth of the people here. We went from all of us volunteering, basically, to having some of our staff here. Give a hand to some of the staff. Also to the space, and to the people who've been in the program from the beginning. I'm seeing Dondre, who I know from before the program, but been attending from the beginning almost. And it's just really amazing to see the growth of people. And so that's my story about SoundCheck, and I hope we've got the video going soon. All right.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Adrian, y'all. And we're going to check out this video.
So I first found out about SoundCheck from my friends. What motivated me to join were some of my other friends were going to be joining too, so I'm like, this would be great, and yeah, that's how I got started with SoundCheck.
I heard about SoundCheck through my brother. I had just moved downtown, which is not so close to where SoundCheck's previous location was, but I was looking for community, and I was looking for people to hang out with, people to identify with and do things that I enjoy with, and SoundCheck was perfect, and that's where, you know, I got closer to Joel, Cheyenne, and everybody else who participated.
Hi, my name is Joshua Lewis, and I've been playing the drums for about 10 years, about a decade. I've been at SoundCheck for roughly 8 years, you know, slightly after their start. It's a great program. I first heard about SoundCheck when I was in my shop class in high school. The motivation behind of it was trying to better myself on the instrument that I was already playing, which was the drums.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My name is Amir McIntosh, popularly known as Dreddy, DJ Dreddy Love, Toronto, Ontario. I have been playing the drums, I would say about almost 10 years, started in my local community church. How I heard about SoundCheck, my close friend Cheyenne created this organization alongside two other folks, Joel and Adrian. And we actually are from the same local community church, and I've always just kind of had a love for music. Once I heard that I had the opportunity of taking free drumming lessons, dream come true, so I was right on it, and it was also such a great opportunity for me and my friends to hang out.
So hi, my name is Claudia, and I'm here learning the piano, and this is actually my third year attending SoundCheck. So I actually heard about SoundCheck through an Instagram post by another organization, and I thought it was pretty interesting. First, because it said free classes to learn instruments, and that was something I was looking for, especially for the piano. So I wanted to reconnect with my love of music, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to do so.
Okay, so I was involved with the Monday program, and that was really amazing. I learned how to play guitar with Joel, and that really impacted me because ever since I've been a part of SoundCheck, and it's given me a greater appreciation for music. And even in recent years, I've been able to still be a part of SoundCheck through their summer camp program as the program director. So that's been a really awesome opportunity. I'm glad to be a part of the SoundCheck community.
My experience with SoundCheck helped my personal life in various ways. As I mentioned before, I was looking for community, people to identify with, things to do that I enjoy. And I also ended up, after a few years, volunteering and helping out with SoundCheck in many different ways, which indirectly led to the current job and career that I have now. So it really did help a lot with my personal life and personal development, understanding of social issues, understanding of the world around me and how I navigate the world around me as me, a Black woman in Toronto.
I think the aspect of SoundCheck that really resonates with me the most is the community. You know, connecting you with other musicians around you that you don't know, you know. There's a lot of amazing musicians that you could get connected.
The mission statement that SoundCheck has of building a community, but also seeing people grow and thrive together, I think that's something very special that I value, because when I first started in music or getting back into it, I didn't really have anyone to talk to about it. And here I've met friends. Here I get to hang out with them outside of SoundCheck, and I just get very excited to see them as well. And I appreciate everything that SoundCheck has done for everyone and continues to do.
For me, at one point, my little sister, who's 10 years younger than me, was also part of the program, and she was doing, I believe it was either guitar or bass, or maybe even piano. But at that point, everyone was kind of got an opportunity to dibble and dabble with different instruments. I think it was a great opportunity for us to do some bonding outside of the house. The icebreakers, the snacks, the funny stories, the check-ins, the checkouts. There's a lot of opportunities to do stuff outside the program. I would say some of my most memorable is some of the sheds and live performances that we did outside in the street of Western Road in Lawrence, the Western Mount Dennis area, that brought in a lot of, just brought a lot of love and energy to the community, and also was free promotion for the program as well too, which also then was used as a networking tool to bring young people into the program.
Wasn't that incredible, y'all? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm just elated. Like I'm standing here and like I'm just seeing so many years flash by, y'all. Like just people coming and growing, and some of the folks we saw in the video. It's like they come to you maybe when they're in high school, and all of a sudden they're in their careers and working, and some of them still doing music, some maybe not doing music, but the community and the bonds and the friendships that continue over the years. So I'm just so elated. I'm just so proud, and I'm just so grateful to be here and to be a part of this amazing movement, y'all. And I just encourage you, wherever you are, whether you're in the room, whether you're afar, watching online, what have you, get involved, get involved, get involved. There's so much opportunity here to work, whether it's pursuing music, building a community, connecting with others. Y'all heard the stories for yourself. It's impact that truly does last a lifetime. So let's just give it one more time up for SoundCheck and 10 years of impacting lives through music. Awesome. I have to do this, y'all. I have to do this. I have to just read off some of the journey. I made sure I made notes because there was no way I was going to remember this all on my own. So I had to come prepared, and I had to have some notes ready just to help me out here, understanding the impact, because there's been so many years. I told you when I started this, oh my goodness, going back in time, my wife and I, because Shay's not here, y'all. If for some of y'all know my wife, Cheyenne, she works here. She's the director of operations. We just had our son, y'all. We just had our son. So she's home. She's with baby and the rest of our family. We have 3 girls. So that's 4 children, y'all. So this is going back in time, man, from when we were just little babes, if you will, and coming up and just seeing how far we've come and the journey. I'm just truly, truly grateful. So we're celebrating, y'all, 10 years of impact. And I just want to highlight some of the impact that we've done in the past 10 years. In 10 years, y'all, we've had over 50 partnerships with funders, local businesses, and community organizations. Isn't that incredible? Let's celebrate, y'all. 50 plus partnerships. Over that same span of time, we've had over 1,000, not 100, not 10, not 15, over 1,000 hours of free access to music instruments, safe space, and peer mentorship. Isn't that incredible, y'all? You can't make this up, y'all. Check this out. In that same span of time, we've hired over 40 plus black artists who for paid mentorship opportunities. Isn't that incredible? Over 40 people. In that same span of time, y'all, through community events, through performances like what you've seen today, workshops, we've reached and impacted over 1,000 children and youth in the 10-year history. Isn't that incredible, y'all? Incredible. We're almost through here, but yeah, I just have to celebrate, y'all. 300 plus direct. This stat says over 300 plus young people engage directly. We're not talking about impact. We're not talking about other kinds of engagement. We're talking about through our doors, over 300 young people directly engaged in our free music mentorship workshops. Incredible, y'all. And last but not least, over 500 plus professional and artistic development sessions delivered, just like what we're seeing today. Isn't that incredible, y'all? So let's celebrate SoundCheck. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, 10 years. We're just so excited and we're thankful, y'all. So if you have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to support, you want to keep this work going, you want to get involved, please do tap in. We welcome and appreciate the support. We're just ending now, and I'm just going to have Shiloh, I know you're in the room somewhere. One of our staff is coming up because does anyone want to win a guitar? Any guitar players in here? Yeah, I see a hand up here. So we promised. So we had a wonderful, we want to shout out to some of the amazing organizations and funders responsible in helping us in our work. So huge thank you to the Ontario Trillium Foundation. Oh my goodness, they've played such a pivotal role in the growth and development of our organization. Thank you so much, Ontario Trillium Foundation, for your years of support. We truly appreciate it. We want to also shout out the Red Cross Canada. Thank you so much for supporting our programs, for seeing how our programs not only help develop young musicians, but also have these amazing benefits, including well-being and mental health. And lastly, also, we want to shout out the Toronto Arts Foundation for their support involved in our programs. Let's just give it up for our funders, thanking them for their contributions. And we had an amazing event sponsor. We want to say a huge thank you to D'Addario because they are the one that got this together for us. And so we're going to grab our guitar, but we're going to call... actually, Adrian, maybe you can help me with this. So for folks who are wondering, how do you get entered in the contest? All you had to do was register and come. If you registered for the session and you showed up today, you have a chance to win. And so, Adrian, I have in this envelope the winner of the guitar. And I'm going to go grab it because I want folks to actually see that this is real. So I'm going to go and get it. And so, Adrian, you sit here tight. Hang on to this envelope for me. Let me go grab the guitar. And in the meantime, Adrian, yeah, I mean, you've been telling us a little bit about the story, but I guess you can talk to the audience and actually, Adrian, tell us a little bit about, because you didn't really talk about your music background, right? You touched on it, but maybe...
I'm wondering if this is my guitar and I'm holding my own name. Unfortunately, I don't think I qualify. I can't sign up. Joel's being very nice to me on my music journey. Hard to identify the beginning. I think, like everyone, like many other musicians, you know, I was looking through my childhood albums the other day. I was at my parents' house celebrating with family, and I remember that they had this large upright piano, and when I was just scanning up pictures from, when I was about 1, 2 years old, there's about 3, 4 pictures of just me banging on the piano, not knowing that that was going to be turn up for anything. And then I always went to church and always was, staring directly at the drums. And then, I went to one of those strict churches where they said, no, you can't touch the drums. So that probably killed my drum dream really early. But I signed up for piano lessons, and I did that for a couple years, and my mom was like, well, you're not practicing that much, and we're moving anyway, and so I stopped playing piano for a few years. And in high school, I think I was listening to some song, and my dad used to play piano at our church when I was younger, and he was like, yeah, you can pick up this song by ear, if you just try to, the chord usually sounds a little bit like the top note. And from there on was my journey sort of playing piano. And a couple years later, I managed to get in school, and I took the keyboarding class, and because I had played a couple years of conservatory piano, I sort of did all my assignments in a few hours, and then I just spent all my time sort of shedding on the piano, learning songs, and then I got the opportunity to play at church. They always used to laugh at me because for the first year of playing, they were like, he looks like he's having a really good time, but I can't hear anything that he's playing. Not a thing, because I didn't want to mess up, and then after that, it sort of progressed from there, and I played probably in church for 7, 8, 9 years. That's where I met Joel. That's where we did SoundCheck, and at the same time, Joel and I used to, go in my dorm room. We used to make beats and do all of that, and so that, yeah, that is a throwback. Used to make his now wife upset, because we were there for SoundCheck meetings, and they all ended up turning into sheds and making beats. He couldn't wait to get over the SoundCheck stuff. It's like, okay, we're done the SoundCheck stuff now. Let's pull out the guitar, and we're gonna shed a bit. So that's been my music journey. Unfortunately, I say now I don't play as much as I want to, but every time I come here, I get inspired, because this room is probably the dream of 19, 20-year-old Adrian. This is it. I mean, you come in, you plug in with your laptop, or you just come in, shed on the piano. You got every instrument you ever want. You got every sound you'd ever want. You get the perfect room. You can do whatever you want to do. And so this is an amazing opportunity, and I'm even a little bit jealous of you guys that get to take advantage of it more often. So without further ado, am I reading the name?
Before we do that, Adrian, because I realize we have some other stuff to give away.
Oh, you have second and third prize.
Absolutely. So we got a couple of stuff here that we want to make sure we can give out. I hope it will stay. Yeah, it's gonna stay. All right. So real quick, y'all, I just have some goodies. Again, sponsored by Dario. Do we have any drummers in the room? Any drummers? Any drummers? Any drummers? Oh, I got it. Jaden, I got to give you a pair, man. You did your thing, man. Come on up. Come on up, man. We got Jaden, man. Enjoy these drumsticks, some ProMark drumsticks. Shout out to Dario. Do we have any more drummers in the room? Come on up here, my friend. Come and grab a pair of drumsticks, man. I hope these serve you well, brother. Have a good one. Enjoy, all right? Awesome. Do we have any guitar players here? Any guitar players? Come on, man. We got a guitar strap for you. Come on up. Let's go. Enjoy, all right? Do we have I'm running out. Oh, no, we got another strap. All right, cool. Any bass players? Any bass players in the room? Bass player? Yeah, let's go, my friend. Come on up here. Congrats, man. Enjoy. All right. Awesome. Man, we're running out, but we got it. Oh, man, what else is in this box? Hang on. We got here, this looks like a bass strap again. We have a bass player in the room? Shamar, I got to shout out Shamar, man. Shamar did an incredible job. Great performance, brother. You sounded great. Enjoy, brother. I've got a couple of T-shirts. Let's see, what do we have? Really, anyone, size medium T-shirt. Yeah, come on up, come get a T-shirt. Awesome, enjoy. All right. We've got a large. Anyone else on a T-shirt? All right, we'll come back. No problem, no problem. And I got some guitar strings. Oh my goodness! Any acoustic guitar players? Acoustic? Albert, I'm looking at you. You play a bit of acoustic. I'm like, you forgot, man. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Enjoy these pair of strings, man. Have a good one, man. I also got a pair of, these are electric guitar strings. Any, you want to trade? All right, you know what? Here we go. All right, I got you. No problem. We'll wait till the acoustic player comes. Oh, we got an acoustic? All right, come on, man. Come on. All right, let's go. And I think we're just about through here. Yeah, all right, awesome. I think we've done a lot of that. So let's get right to the grand prize here, y'all. Our guitar here. And Adrian, I don't know if you can help me kind of open it up here. We want folks to kind of see what's going on. Oh, it's stapled. Oh, you got it? All right. So let's see what we have here, y'all. All right. Everyone has their tickets ready? I'm playing, y'all. There's no tickets. All right, here we go. The winner of their very own Beaver Creek acoustic guitar. There it is. It's not an empty box, y'all. You see it for yourself. The winner is none other than Steven Kabila. Where are you, Steven? Are you here? Whoa, Steven, let's go. All right, congratulations, Steven. Congratulations, man. Congrats, man. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Let's go. All right, man. Awesome. There you go. There you go. There you go, man. Enjoy this thing, man. I hope you have wow, look at that, y'all. Show it to the audience, man. Let everybody see that. Congratulations, man. Yeah, congratulations. Let's get Steven, you mind if we get a shot of you with that real quick? Awesome. Let's give it up for Steven, y'all, and his new acoustic. Appreciate it. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you, man. Awesome, y'all. So anyway, y'all, I know y'all have been so good, so patient, so kind. Thank you for sitting through about 2 hours of me talking. Man, y'all are good, man. So we're going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of the way. Y'all, I know we have some musicians here. We want to share. We want to play. So we're going to get right into that. But before y'all, just make sure if you're in the room, I'm so sorry, live audience, this is not for you. But if you're, I should say, I'm sorry, online audience, this is not for you. If you're in the room, y'all, and you're hungry, we got some food in the lounge. So please make your way out there. I think there's even to-go containers. So, we're real prepared, y'all. So make sure you get something to go on the road. Take some home for some family. Make sure you fill up on your way out. Make sure you get involved in that way. Sorry again, online audience. Next time y'all got to come through, but it's all good. So y'all enjoy the food that we have here. But without any other further ado, again, I'm going to get out of the way, y'all. Thank you for coming to our event, y'all. Thank you for taking part in this. And we just appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy, y'all. Take care. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means, man. Andre, good to see you, brother. You made it. How's everything? It's good. Enjoy today? Yeah. Awesome. I came late. Okay, no worries. It's all good, brother. You can catch it again on the stream. Yeah. That's the beauty of it, man. Awesome.
Every week on Mondays and Thursdays. So Monday is the Joel, what time do you start on Mondays? 6:30. Yeah. So I mean, there's 4 or 5 people in class usually, and it's really good. And then Thursday you can just come